Hello and welcome to this JB1 vlog. It's my first JB1 vlog in quite a while. I apologise for any unnecessary interruptions because this is the third attempt at this vlog. Actually no, it's the fourth because I did one earlier. Anyway, you should see this one hopefully. This is the second one of the JB1 relaunch, second vlog of that. And I'm going to be reviewing, as Ben said yesterday he might do, I've stolen it from him and I'm going to review, just seeing, because I'm recording this and I haven't got a message back seeing if I can do a review on this, but I'm going to do it anyway, and if I have to record it, I have to record it. Re-record it, I mean. Anyway, ignore the racing noises, it's my brother playing computer games. Yes, so I will be reviewing Sherlock episode 1, and I think now is a good time for the Sherlock trailer.
Who are you? What do you do?
What do you think?
I say private detective.
When the police are out of their depth, they consult me.
Got anything?
This is his hunting ground, right here in the heart of the city. Why didn't I think of that? Because you're an idiot.
This is my friend, John Watson.
Friend? Colleague? That's how you get your kicks, isn't it? You risk your life to prove you're clever.
Shut up. I'm saying you were thinking. It's annoying.
You like the funny cases, don't you? The surprising ones.
Obviously. The game, Mrs. Hudson, is on.
Time to play.
Oh, I am playing. The name Sherlock Holmes and the address is 221B Baker Street.
So you should have seen the Sherlock trailer now, unless I forgot to put it in. I'm just sitting here looking like an idiot. Yes. So Sherlock episode 1 was probably my favourite of the Sherlock series, and by the way, if you haven't seen it, don't watch this, because there are spoilers in this review. So yes, Sherlock episode 1, A Study in Pink, based on A Study in Scarlet, and it's actually quite like part 1 of A Study in Scarlet, which is the first book. It's a short story book. It's very like part 1 of that. It's all about a good pill and a bad pill. They test it out on a dog to see which is which in the book, but they don't do that in the thing. Fair enough. Raqqa is still written on the wall. I believe it's written in blood of the victim, which it isn't, because she scribbled something with her nails in the thing. There are quite a few similarities. The difference with the books to TV show is in the books there's a detective called Gregson, and in most films and stuff you only see Lestrade as you do in this one. So, you know. I loved Anderson, the character of Anderson, he was brilliant. My favourite line of the whole series has to be, "Anderson, shut up, you lower the IQ of the whole street." I do like that line. Yes, so no, I thought Sherlock episode 1 was very good. It was probably the best one because it was, I don't know, I just preferred it. I thought episode 2 was relatively boring, but very, very like Talons of Weng-Chiang. I thought episode 3 was very exciting, but then it had too much of the finale feel about it. Episode 1 was just a normal case, and it had the brilliant bit at the ending where Sherlock had to choose between them, and then Moriarty's name appearing at the end, and Watson shooting the bloke. You see, there are spoilers in this. Anyway, so yes, and I think the person who plays Sherlock is very, very good, and he's just right to play Sherlock. So I wasn't sure about the choice of the person to play Watson, because I'd never ever heard of the bloke who played Sherlock. I just thought, as most people did, he has a weird name. But I'm just gonna check this is still recording. It is good. But it was the choice for Watson that I was more concerned about, because I'm normally all for unknown actors being cast in roles, because that's the kind of thing we're used to in the main parts in Doctor Who nowadays. But then we got, I think it was Martin Freeman for Watson, and I thought, oh, he's a bit too well known, and but actually no, he's really, really good, and he is a brilliant Watson, because Matt Smith auditioned for the part of Watson, and Moffat was right. Matt Smith would be a rubbish Watson. He'd be a brilliant Sherlock, but he'd be a rubbish Watson, because Watson has to kind of follow, and Matt Smith takes the lead, a bit like Benedict, what's his name? I can never say his surname, who plays Sherlock. takes the lead. So it is brilliant. Both of them is brilliant and stuff. And we get to see Sherlock playing the violin in episode 3, which is something I didn't think we'd see, even though he mentions it. And the bit where all the words pop up and you see what Sherlock is thinking is probably the cleverest bit of the series. Because they used that a lot, but they used it a lot more in episode 1. So I think it is better when it's used like that. So yeah, I think episode 1 was brilliant. It was the best of the series because it was simply a good detective story with the funny lines, with the detective-y stuff. It had everything, and it was really, really good. And it was written by Stephen Moffat as well. So it was very, very good. I did enjoy episode 1, and it was the best of Sherlock series 1 because there is a series 2. The moths confirm that, the plural. So yes, that's it for this vlog. I will see you on Thursday for another review, possibly Sherlock episode 3 if Ben does episode 2 on Wednesday, possibly Sherlock episode 2, and possibly something different. So I'll see you on Thursday.